Let's go. We're chilling this week. We're not doing too much. Welcome to another episode of the Mad Lucrative Podcast. I'm the host, the one, the only Magneto 7 in the building. Along with my charming co-host.
Oh, I get charming this time.
Sean J. Yo, how was your week, guy?
Dude, I'm great. This is the first episode I've been on here in like 2 months without like work boots on, looking like a homeless man.
The funny thing is nobody has called that out yet.
I can't believe it.
I'm glad.
I thought they made fun of my old woman voice instead of like, they're not like, get this guy some shoes, dude. Can you buy him some shoes? I feel like they like think that you let me out of the basement whenever we make these videos.
Well, I was looking at some of the playback and I was like, those are the boots that got the paint.
Yeah. Those are my work boots.
Yeah, so how was your weekend?
Oh, pretty fantastic.
Anything special in particular?
Yeah, I had a birthday.
Hey! so I'm gonna tell them what I had planned before. Go ahead.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's my girl took me to like one of those revolving sushi places.
Revolving sushi. I never heard about that.
It's so cool. It's
really
so cool. Yeah. So buckle up.
Okay.
The sushi, for those who have already you know how fun and magical it is. But the sushi comes around in these little conveyor belts, right, around the restaurant. Now
sushi does that.
Yeah, but they have domes on them, so no one's like on the sushi.
I'm about to say because it sounds like a COVID train waiting.
No one's just like spitting on the sushi or nothing. They're like grabbing it and putting it back. You can't do that. Like as soon as you grab it, the tray has to come off, and then you put the tray on the table so they know how many plates you've had.
Okay.
It's awesome though. There's like so many little sushis,
and you can eat as much as you want.
Yeah, you could sit there for 2 hours and just.
I didn't get an invite.
Take plates.
I did not get an invite.
It was just us.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would have invited. If it was like a dinner, we should go on a double date.
That'd be cool.
It'd be very fun. Yeah.
I'm down. So, anything else happened for the week?
No.
For the birthday, rather.
No, the birthday I spent at church because it was Sunday.
Okay.
So. Yeah. Was doing church stuff on my birthday.
Shouts out to Big Jesus, not little Jesus.
No, big
Jesus.
All of the Jesuses.
Okay, so the funny thing is, did I text you? Yeah, I texted you Sunday night, and I said, so we still. Look, I'm a fun friend. I promise, I'm a fun friend. I'm a little bit petty, but I'm a fun friend. So I said, we still good to record tomorrow, right? So he says. Only if you remember what day it is.
With like the side eye, like the.
So, but that's the laughing face or something.
You said the Finding Nemo shark guy laughing. Yeah. I only said that because it was a common theme that day. Like everybody forgot it was my birthday. I felt like a man out of time. Like I felt like it was Twilight Zone. Everybody was like, "Hey, man." I'm just like, hey.
Why they do that?
Well, here's the thing. I feel like, that's something to talk about. I feel like if you don't have an online presence, which I don't, not really. Like I'm on Instagram, but
right, you don't post still.
No, and I don't.
Ladies, please tell them to post.
Ladies,
okay, fellas, please tell them to post.
Yeah. But and I don't post on like Snapchat. If it's, I don't know. I'm just not the guy who's like, hey everyone, it's me. Some people are.
Celebrate me. I want the whole.
Yeah.
I want the whole month. But yeah, I want the whole month.
Damn. There are no other Scorpios. Only
just me. I mean, I'll share November with them, but it's my month. But anyway, Sean says only if you remember what day it is. So I sent them a GIF. A GIF.
Yeah.
With the
shark. Sent me a GIF and then 3 more laughing faces. I was like, this dude either he's messing with me or he totally forgot and he thinks I'm talking about something else.
Yo, but the funny thing is, I was just waiting. I was waiting because I was like, I like to be surprised.
Yeah. For
my birthday, surprise me with something dope. Make me think that you forgot.
Yeah.
I like that. It's a little bit weird, maybe whatever, but so yeah, I had some cupcakes planned after the podcast. You know.
Yeah.
I still got the gift. The gift is, you're going to laugh at the gift. But I had the gift already purchased.
Oh my gosh.
And we didn't record on that day.
No.
No.
That was my fault.
And your cupcakes got eaten.
That's okay. If other people get to enjoy them, that's a good gift for me.
But yeah, I'm glad that you're now, what, 25?
25 years old.
You're 25. Listen. With 5 babies on the way.
With who?
I don't know. You share.
I'm very sure they're not 5 babies.
But no, that's cool. That's cool, man. I'm glad you had fun with the lady. You know,
It was great. It was a good birthday.
Okay, you'll see your gift after the pod.
Thank you.
And if y'all are new friends of mine, just let y'all know, I will play a little bit. Now, if I read that you're not that type of person, then you know, whatever. But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna see him tomorrow. We gonna pod. Whatever. But
I appreciate the surprise, though.
Yeah,
I just messed it up.
You messed it up. You definitely messed it up. But my weekend was cool, man. I didn't. Now that you ask,
How was your weekend?
my weekend was good. I think the closer I get to 2023, the more anxiety I get.
Oh yeah.
And I'm noticing that. Well, not noticing. I'm looking at how much stuff that didn't get done for 2022, and I'm just like, oh my god, like we're a couple of days away. Oh my god. Oh no. So I had a little bit of that going on for my whole weekend. Honestly, the whole beginning of the month. And I'm just like, okay, what we doing?
It's really hitting me too. Like
Really?
I 2023 is like right there. I was just talking to my girlfriend. I was like, dude, I don't remember my 24th birthday. I got no clue where I was. I remember my 23rd one.
Yeah.
And then I have no clue what I did that whole like half that year. 2021 was just, that went so fast.
Yeah.
But that was a whack year for a lot of people.
It was. I mean, I'm looking at how things are going. I'm not saying that I projected what's happening to happen, but I did write the recession prep kit. I'm just saying.
You actually did.
And I'm
you
looking.
can buy it.
You can buy it. I'll put an ad right here. No. But no, like I'm looking at how many people are in the struggle zone, right? And I'm looking at how many people have ignored all of the signs: high interest rate, high gas, food prices, people losing jobs.
Yeah.
Let me break this down. So what happens, and I don't know how many people know, but when a recession comes, people can't afford houses. That's one. They can't afford food. That's two. They can't afford gas. And employees and employers can't afford to keep those people that work for them.
Yeah.
So you get layoff after layoff, and then it gets scary. End times. That's what the Bible Belt call it. Baby, you better wait. This end times coming.
Is there fire and brimstone yet? With the oceans boiled over?
Yeah. And I'm looking at people like, did y'all really think that all this free money was going to get handed to us and nothing was going to happen?
Well, there's a lot of people who, like, I didn't want the stimulus. The stimulus checks were not a good idea. As soon as they give you money, they're going to have to print more because the recession comes. And then when you print more, now inflation comes.
Yep.
And now to battle inflation, you print more money, which it's just like, stop it. It's an endless. I mean, they know it is. But doing it on, I don't know.
I think the higher ups know it is.
Yeah.
The average consumer, which is that's what all of Americans are trained to be, consumers.
Yeah.
They don't look at it like that. It's like, oh, this free money. Like it was some influencer I watched. I can't remember the name right now, but he said it's funny how everybody was doing amazing. Everybody's businesses were amazing during the pandemic. And now, where are all those people that had the businesses just popping?
Yeah.
Where they at now? And it's a true test of time. Patrick Bet David, he said that. He was like, look at it now. Now is the time where you're going to see who has real businesses.
Yeah, and are you saying too, because like recessions take time to kind of show that you're in a recession? As soon as someone says, hey, there's going to be a supply chain issue, you're not going to see it until that supply chain issue catches up to you. And then you're like, oh, now it's a problem. It's like, dude, we said it was going to be a problem.
Exactly.
I see what you mean.
And I just want the average person, I don't say men or women, because shouts out to the fellas. We got a big man fan base. Shouts out to y'all.
On YouTube, right?
Yes. Shouts out to the ladies too, but
Yeah.
the fellas holding us down right now. They are holding us down. We got something for y'all too, so stay there. Don't go nowhere. Stay right there. But I'm looking at how real estate agents, for instance, I got some real estate agent friends, and all of them are acting like it's nothing happening. Like, oh yeah, it's just a 6% interest rate right now, and just still get your house and just refi when everything goes back down.
In like 3 years.
And I do agree with the concept. But don't go out here looking for something and go in the hole because you're trying to pay for a house with the high interest rate.
Yeah.
If you're kind of comfortable right now, stay where you're at. Don't go nowhere. It's just weird, man. I'm just like,
well, you get the people who are like piranhas, preying on the weak. Like, I'm not going to mention the people who act like Gary Vee, where they're like, oh no, sell your house, live in your car, sell postage notes, sell stamps. And it's like, what are you talking? Like the most random shit. Buy 80 cars on Turo, sell, and then rent them out. Like, stop it.
What?
Just tell people to like your recession thing, man. Just tell people like rules and regulations about how this shit works.
Well, you're 25, so in 2007, you would have been what? This is 03, 2000.
9?
You'd been 9 years old.
I would have been like 10, but I'm December of 97. So it depends what year, what month.
Okay, so that still means you wouldn't have had real responsibilities.
No.
You may have been around people like your parents or whatever that had the responsibilities and they felt the hit.
I heard the fights in the kitchen, yeah.
See what I'm saying? And I'm looking at some of the youngins, and granted, I know this new generation, they're coming by money real quick.
In some ways, yeah.
Yeah, you can get on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, Twitch, and do numbers and make good money.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. I was watching Murderville.
What's that?
On Netflix.
Okay.
It's a show. It's really funny, actually. It's a show where there's like the host, which is the guy who was on Arrested Development. He's the guy who sounds like this all the time. He was Lego Batman.
Okay.
So he's he's the host. He's like a
Lego
police
Batman.
detective. Your girls love that, don't they?
Yes.
Every kid loves Lego Batman.
Yes.
But he's the main detective, and every new show he gets a new partner, a trainee, and it's some actor that has like no lines. So they get him on the show, and they get her to do a bunch of like random shit to solve the case. Right? It actually is pretty funny.
Okay.
But on the Christmas episode, there was this TikTok influencer, and my girl was with me. And she was like, "Oh, that's this person. She's extremely famous." And I was like, "I've never even heard of this person." Those people are like making it onto Netflix TV with like heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Heavy hitters instantly, like cutting the line. I know actor friends that have been in the business for years.
Exactly.
And they get sideswiped by this like no talent. Sorry.
Some of them are talented though.
But I mean,
give them some, cut them some slack.
No, some
are.
people on TikTok are funny as hell, man.
Right.
I like a lot of accounts, but some it's just like you came in and you had like 8 lines and you were like stone faced with like a little bit of an accent for half of them. Like you're not boring, you know? And you just totally cut the line with no acting experience, no resume, just because you got the following.
Yep.
I mean, I know that they do that for films too. They'll hire people. You told me this, didn't you?
Based on
a
draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, they bring a draw.
That's nuts. And I mean, with TikTok, when you got 17 mil, of course they're going to choose you over some like talented Leonardo DiCaprio with no followers, like new age.
But for those kids, that's like a small like percentage of people that can go out and get a property, pay 6%, and be cool.
Yeah.
But they didn't live through how '08, '07 was. When it hits the fan,
Bro Obama.
bro, when it hits the fan and you look at, okay, it used to be 30 people that work in our building. I'm talking about like Netflix or Universal, whatever. Like, just hypothetically speaking. It used to be 30 people that work in our building to hold down the marketing, the PR, the film crew, all this stuff. Now it's just 10 people for the whole building.
Yep.
Because they had to cut back on all of the jobs to make sure that they've made it through the recession.
Dude, that hit all the way down to like Target. I was working at Target like 6 years ago. Mm-hmm. It wasn't even, we weren't even doing that bad. But like stores just do that, dude. They got to the point where 3 people were closing the entire Target. It was me and 2 other people. And we'd get like bare minimum shit done. And they'd come back the next day and be like, why is all this stuff? It's like, dude, because I had to go home. I had to go home and sleep. I quit so hard, man.
I don't blame you.
Screw that place.
Now, speaking of the stores, we saw that it was a statement put out that Walmart is looking at closing a few stores. And it's due to the theft, right? All right, hear me out.
Yeah.
I'm putting 2 and 2 together because keep in mind, I'm in a newly gentrified neighborhood over here. It's not it's not all the way gentrified, not quite Sandy Springs or
fresh
Alpharetta.
ginger.
Fresh ginger.
Someone's gonna get mad at me. It's like, dude, I was in an apartment like 2 years ago.
Fresh
and my
ginger
prices
and Collie.
went nuts. Yeah.
Collie.
Ginger keeps COVID away, I heard. So.
But, you know, I'm in a newly, I'm about to say fresh ginger. I'm in a newly gentrified area. And I could count, I could count 3 Walmarts. Watch this, right? 3 Walmarts within a 5-6 mile radius. Now, the best Walmart for our area is like 10 miles away. So it's just a little bit further. But I guarantee you the ones that's in the 6 mile, we got Memorial Drive, we got one on, I can't remember, Glenwood or something like that. I bet you those Walmarts, one of those would be ones to get closed.
Dude, I know I used to live on Pleasant Hill. Mm-hmm. And I know that they're never going to shut that Walmart because it's like the only one. But, dude, that shit gets stolen from all the time.
Pleasant Hill?
All the time, dude. Every time we shop there, we just find like open packs of stuff. Like people would just open it, eat it in the store, and then just walk away.
So I want to know, and maybe I can look it up now, but I want to know when did where you can't chase after the theft? When did that start?
Dude, that was when I worked at Target years ago. That was a thing. They told us they said you could follow
no chase
them.
policy,
yeah.
I think.
It's not as bad here as it is in like San Fran.
Okay.
Like California. California, you can get arrested for trying to stop them because it's assault. If you hold them against their will, you can get arrested for that, and you get immediately fired.
Wow.
Yeah. So my Target a couple of years ago said you can follow them around. You can like make them uncomfortable, but you can't touch them. You can't tell them like, "Hey, I know you stole stuff." Like you can't confront them. You just got to let them walk out. If they do, they said you come. He said word for word. Now you're supposed to go up to them and say, "Can I help you?" And I'm like,
nah.
So basically, like your job was to be passive aggressive, and be like, "Hey, can I help you, bud? Like, do you need anything? I know you're helping yourself right now."
Yeah. Okay. It says 09. 2013 is when it started.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So, okay, let's backtrack. Let's backdate this, right?
Maybe no one really cared back then, and they didn't follow that. But now people are like really following that.
09, 2013, it was changed a little bit, and then something else closed in 2016. What made it like a staple for the states?
Wow.
Now it says right here, all states aren't doing it.
No, that's like I said. California is like people will go into Walgreens and wipe them out. I mean, just like take everything that's like break into the cases and stuff and just walk out with.
Okay, so tell me this then. Would it make more sense for those areas? I know y'all might tell me up. It is what it is. But for those areas to be a little bit more policed.
That's why the same states that people are letting people go for burglary are the same states that are like abolish the police. That's why it's happening. What was that thing? Was it? I don't know where. Is it California? Where on the same day the people who voted on the legislation to like defund the police got robbed, like the same day, and it's like, dude, this city's crime ridden. You know what we need? Less police.
Okay, so look, and this is how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it overall, right?
Yeah,
so
I'm not advocating for police either. Like,
it's just,
I know that a lot of stuff everywhere is not great right now, but there are a lot of good police officers.
There are a lot of good police officers, and I will always ask the same question. And I got this from my redneck friends. They told me it was okay for me to call them rednecks, but they can't call me blackneck. I'm just saying.
Hey, isn't it just black?
Black.
See, not just your neck. If all of you is black.
All of me is black, not just. But they said that when it comes to the police, say, who would you call at 3:00 in the morning when somebody done broke into your house?
My buddy Andre, man. Call the police.
And that's my point. Like, when you have something of value taken from you, if a kid gets kidnapped, a car gets broken into, flood, anything safety wise, like you're gonna call for the police.
Their emergency response, and they save a lot of people, which is why like the respect is there. You know,
right?
Like all the people who defund the police and get mad at you for being in their spaces. Who do they call to get rid of you?
The police.
It's ironic, you know. It's like, look, again, I'm not like, I bleed blue, but at the same time, it's like,
have some common sense.
They're supposed to be protectors of the peace for a reason, and a lot of them are. Right.
So if they've defunded the police would normally patrol the Walmart areas, right? Now you erase that Walmart, you take that off the scene. Now everybody, worst case scenario, everybody that used to rob that Walmart come up. Where you think they're gonna start going to rob? The houses that's in the area where that Walmart used to be.
I feel like it's going to be a pretty dark day when companies start just going, all right, I'm done. Yeah. And then they start pulling out. Now there's no more grocery stores in your area. Like the hood just gets.
Exactly.
It gets like demolished basically. You can't get food. What are you going to do?
Exactly.
Stores start pulling out.
And that's, I want to hold both parties, I want to hold both of them, can I say in contempt?
In contempt of court.
But I just want to hold both parties responsible, Walmart and the thieves, right? The thieves, for one.
Thieves Incorporated.
Right, because I do believe, I get that some people have different circumstances, right? And I'm not okay in somebody stealing something, just let y'all know. But I'm saying I get why somebody, like if it's a mom of 3, right? A mom of 3, she has very little income, and she goes to Walmart to steal some Pampers.
Yeah.
I get it. I see exactly why you did it, and it's justifiable to a certain extent. But you still shouldn't have did it. You shouldn't have done it. Yeah, now you should have tried to figure out, can I work at this Walmart? Can I get a discount? Can I figure out something else? I know it'd be 1,000 people asking me for $1 every time I go up there. There's 1,000 people asking for some money.
Can I hold $5? No.
Like, let's figure something else out. But then, for Walmart's standpoint, when you do this, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are limiting resources to areas, and I bet you won't be no Walmart in Alpharetta to be closed.
No.
I bet you.
That's the thing, too. And I'm sure you get a lot of crazy women who steal, like, a fortune in makeup, right? Like, all those TikTok girls that were getting busted for it. Because Walmart, what they do is they won't catch you if you keep stealing, like, $50 today, $50 later. But some Walmarts keep, like, ID tags, and they know if the same repeated person comes in and steals more and more merch, and they waited until that girl reached $1,000, and then they booked her.
Okay.
So they waited. So like y'all probably are up there for 800 or 700. Stop.
Yeah.
Because if you reach 1,000, they can be like,
get you.
gotcha. like, we've been waiting for this one. Booker. And then they took that girl to jail. Because she was like, I didn't, for lipstick? And they were like, girl, you've been doing this like this many. Yeah, so it's like, it's not because they waited for 1,000. Because if that theft over 1,000, you can legally charge jail time for it. But if it's under, you can't. You just get reprimanded or banned.
Okay.
So they literally waited to get this girl jailed. I mean, some of them do that.
Yeah,
and again, like I don't
like it.
I don't want to advocate for mega corporations. Walmart can deal without a box of Hampers. Or
right.
It's Hampers, right, or Pampers.
Yeah, Pampers.
I don't have a baby, so.
Are you sure?
Nah, not yet. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, don't steal, dude.
Yeah, and I just hate that that's where we are now. I do remember the turn of Kmart closing down, Rose's closing down, and then Walmart's coming up.
Fries.
Now, I remember Fries.
Radio
I remember
Shack.
Circuit City. Do you remember Circuit City? You're too young.
You noticed? No, I remember Circuit City.
Okay.
Remember, have you noticed all of like the spare parts stores are gone, dude? They don't want you to buy spare parts anymore, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Planned obsolescence.
Now, I will say this, all right? You hear it first. You hear it first on the... Listen, I got to give myself a clap because I feel like this take is a great take. All right. Anyway, so I personally feel like somebody's been talking to the Waltons. That's the family that owns Walmart.
Okay.
And they've said, well, sales are down. It's hard to keep. I'm just saying, sales are down in comparison to the last 10 years. And I think it's time for us to start transitioning out of retail and get into online.
Yeah.
Who would be the best person that we could do a deal with? And we disguise it as closing a few Walmarts, right? And we're going to do a few test markets. And we'll just make the old Walmart an Amazon shopping store where everything is automated. And the best way to try it would be in the hood first, because we know somebody's going to try to steal something. So we'll see if the robots work. We'll see if all the...
Yo, wait a minute. Yeah. Like those Amazon stores, you literally can't walk out with something because they know who took it.
Yep.
Oh,
everything's
shit.
scanned.
You'll have to walk out with like no phone.
Yep. So that's what I personally feel like we're going.
Yo.
That's where I feel like we're going. Unfortunately, it'll work.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I could buy some stock. The capitalist got to always come out, don't he?
Capitalist Jack. Capitalist Jim.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's like the perfect setup. Just like with COVID, we kept talking about that. You got people scared to go outside, so it's gonna be easier to sell them stuff online.
Yeah.
It's easy, and I just see the whole thing just being a setup. Like, okay, Jeff about to come back. When I say Jeff, I'm talking about Jeff Bezos. Shouts out to Jeff Bezos.
The only Jeff.
The only is really one Jeff. But
sorry, other Jeffs.
Jeff is about to come through and scoop up all in Walmarts, I think.
Man, that'll be the deal of the century. They won't shut up about that if that happens. They will not shut up about that.
It's a perfect setup, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
at that point, dude, he's going to be... He'll be like...
That's kind of mailing.
Isn't that a monopoly? That's dangerous, right?
Yeah, it is.
If you own Amazon and Walmart, you own the biggest retail and the biggest online.
And postal.
Dang.
So, and just look at it. Just put two and two together. He has all of the people like us that's a independent seller that post their stuff on Amazon, make a little penny off of it, whatever. And he already has a distribution network to get stuff out to people. All he's missing is a whole bunch of big box stores to house the products.
Man.
Where it can turn into retail in person. Yeah. And guess what? What'll probably happen is you go ahead and do your online order like normal. And you'll have a little robot come up to you at what used to be the Walmart. Now it's the Amazon something. And you get your products. And you've already been charged at the house. If you try to take anything else outside of that, we already know that you stole. So we'll Congratulations. You've been served.
We identified your Tesla in the parking spot. We've disengaged your battery. You cannot leave.
Oh, that's a whole nother part, too.
We've closed your Amazon fridge. No food for 1 week.
And I don't know who it was. I can't remember. But did you see what they were saying? Elon Musk has been teaching Jeff Bezos how to work Twitter and how to figure out how to exist on Twitter.
Well, Jeff's pretty old. I feel like he needs a helping hand on how to work Twitter.
But if Elon owns Tesla, like you just said,
yeah,
it's already automated. Jeff already owns Amazon. Mm-hmm. Walton family is giving up Walmart. They'll probably buy stock in Amazon and be big stockholders.
All the delivery trucks are Tesla trucks.
See?
There's cyber trucks that are bulletproof and you can't get in them and steal stuff. No, I mean, dude, if you start closing stores and you start making Walmarts like the big warehouses like that, people are going to start literally Mad Max roadblocking trucks and start stealing from those trucks. I feel like it's already happened, right?
Yep.
In cities, people are already stealing from those trucks.
Yep.
When the apocalypse comes, the best place to shack up is going to be those Walmart or distribution centers, man. They got everything in there.
Distribution centers?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can hack the robots and turn them into guards. It's like Star Wars with the little robot guys. The Roger. Those guys, you know?
Why?
Fallout terms, man. You gotta get your right perks set.
Percocets?
No. We'll get those too. They might help.
But no, we'll see. We'll see where this goes. And I guess shouts out to Jeff. We know you're gonna buy it. It is what it is. Again, we're gonna mark the date. This is gonna be
so when we're right. Make a tweet. That way it's eternal.
Okay.
Then you can repost the tweet when you're right.
Okay.
And you get a bunch of upvotes.
This is the 22nd of December.
Okay.
Jeff,
God,
I'm watching you.
Jeez.
I'm watching you, Jeff.